when you want to connect with your LinkedIn account in the app, it asks you to log in with LinkedIn, and for that you have to have your password, the password you're using to log in into LinkedIn. So I copy pasted that here, and now I have the authentication successful. My wife, she is part of the simplifier. So right now what the tool did was it scanned her LinkedIn profile and discovered that she is part of the simplifier. So she already, that the platform already found her company. If you have a referral code, then you can use the referral code here. This is valid right now for the trial account. By the way, Eric, I'm not sure if you used that referral account when you created your account, but just if you didn't, let me know, and I will make sure you will have use of it. Okay, so if you have a referral account, if you have a referral code, you introduce the referral code here, and then you move on. Right now, what it does, it asks you to install the extension, because the magic lies in that extension. You need to have the extension, so it will go, the extension will go and will scan your LinkedIn, and it will extract all the relevant information about you, about the company you having, and all the other parts. So right now the extension is installed. Right now what it does, the extension goes and scans your LinkedIn profile, okay, and it synced those 665 LinkedIn connection. You're all set. Now here you need to tell GTM Brigade what are your goals, what are you trying to solve. So it can be activate your team, generate pipeline, or I don't know, build personal brand. And of course you might want to measure LinkedIn ROI. So I will select these 3 elements. Now, based on the information that the platform found on your LinkedIn profile and on the website, it suggests 4 types of ICPs. Okay, this doesn't mean that this is the final ideal customer profile. It just means that out of what it found on your LinkedIn profile, this is what the platform suggests right now. So just for the sake of the example, right now I will choose this ICP. Again, this is not final. When you go into the platform, you're able to configure your own ICP. Okay, right now here what you have, this is your LinkedIn audit. For example, my wife, she's not very active on LinkedIn. And this is this offers you a clear overview about where you are right now, what was your activity in the last 30 days, and where you should be. Okay, so let's get started. Right now, what you will need to do to move on, we still need to wait a little bit. Okay, so based on the information that it scanned during the onboarding, you have some suggested posts here in the custom feed. Right now, this scan that we are doing in onboarding, it's not necessarily, it's not 100% accurate. So you might find once the LinkedIn feed, once the LinkedIn feed is set up, you might find some people in the feed that are not necessarily relevant, that are not necessarily your ideal customer profile. What it does, based on what you selected in the onboarding, you may want to select some of the people you want to engage with. I will press, just for the sake of example, continue without them. And now let's go to I want to show you exactly how do you set up your custom feed in GTM Brigade. Okay, so right now you have a few posts here. As I told you, they are based on the scan that it was done in the onboarding. And here, for example, this is a contract that we encourage you to sign with yourself. How many posts do you want to publish on LinkedIn? How many comments? How many reactions? How many likes? Okay, this is something that it helps you. Once you lock this in And we also added this, you know, it's like a contract with yourself. Once you sign it, you made a deal with yourself to be present, because LinkedIn, it's about consistency. It's the greatest platform for B2B right now, if you're selling to B2B companies, but you need to show up consistently. So this is something that we added along the way. I'm not sure if you had the chance to see this. And what we want to do right now is to build our custom feed. So I will go to the leads section. And here in this section, we should see, first of all, we should see the list with all the connections from LinkedIn. We just need to wait for a minute. Hopefully not a minute. Okay, my internet is not that good today. So here in the lead section, in the left side, you have this lists tab. So I will click on lists. And right now, here we have this list, LinkedIn connections, Madalina Deaconu. Okay, so what the platform did was to import all the LinkedIn connections Madalina has right now. But the idea of GTM Brigade is to allow you to build a custom feed that will show you only the posts coming from people who are relevant to you. So to do that, what we need to do is we need to set up the ICP. Okay, you have the ICP that was already configured in the onboarding, okay, based on what we scanned on your LinkedIn profile. But it's very important, before using the custom feed, it's very important to set up your ICP. So right now you have what we suggested here as the values. So the title right now, the title of the job title of the people we want to engage with right now are CMO, VP of Marketing, Head of Growth, Marketing Director. I will add Chief Executive Officer. I will add Founder. Okay, and I will stop here just for the sake of this example. This is very important. Okay, this is a very important criteria when you want to set up the ICP. Then the industries, I want these people to be, I want to be computer software. I'm not interested in other marketing and advertising services. And I want to be information technology, maybe not that. I want to see if we have another software development. Software development. So I will stick to computer software and software development. This is also very important. I want to connect with people who are from companies between 50 and 500 employees. So I will delete this one. Target countries. I want to connect with people from the Netherlands, let's say, or I don't know, United Kingdom. I want to connect with people from United Kingdom. This is also very important for me. And the keywords that are very relevant for us. So these keywords are not necessarily important for me, not all of them. Marketing automation, this is an important one. Customer acquisition, this is an important one. Digital marketing, also I will use marketing as well as a keyword. Then I can also select, this is also very important here, the keywords. Then I can also select the experience these people have. So in my case, if I'm talking about my ideal customer profile, it's enough if they have at least 1 year, between 1 and 5 years in this in their current role. So now I'm able to save these criteria of my ideal customer. Okay, but before doing this, what I also want to do, I want to engage with people who are active on LinkedIn. By active, I mean people who post at least once or twice a month. So you can set up here, for example, you can set up to connect only with people who had at least, I will use one post in the last 30 days. This is very important. Recent comments. This, I will say, people who commented at least once in the last 30 days. This is important. The follower count, this is not necessarily important. The engagement volume is not necessarily important. So right now, I will save my ideal customer profile. Okay, ICP and scoring configuration have been saved successfully. Okay, what I want to do next, I will go back to my list. So I already set up my ICP. I have the criteria that define my ICP. What I want to do now, I will go to this list. Okay, in this list, I have all my LinkedIn connections, and I want to find out which one of those LinkedIn connections is a good match for me. Okay, because I have 645 people in my as connections on LinkedIn, but not all of them are part of my ideal customer profile. Okay, so what I want to do is to find out how many of the existing people I have in my network are a good fit. They match my ideal customer profile. Okay, so first, to do this, what I need to do, I have these people, I have to enrich them, I have to enrich their data and see how many of them they fit my ideal customer profile. So this is the first step I need to do. I already set up, I configured my ICP criteria. Now I need to see how many of these people they fit that criteria. So what I do, I press enrich data, and I need to wait a little bit right now until it enriches the data. It takes a bit of time because what it does right now, it scans all of those 645 LinkedIn profiles and collects all the information regarding their job title, their industry, the companies they are in, if they posted, if they haven't posted. And then once I have all of this information ready, okay, I will be able to see how many of them they fit my my ideal customer profile. It will take a bit of time, so I will give it a bit of time until it finishes. In the meantime, what I want to tell you about is that this is only one of the things you can do. So first of all, you already have your connections on LinkedIn, but there's no need for you to stop to the connections you already have on LinkedIn. So the second thing you can do, let's say you have a list of leads that are already qualified. You know these people, I mean, you not necessarily you know them, but you know that they fit your ideal customer profile. The next thing you can do is you can create an additional list. I will call it leads 2. Okay, and in this list, what you can do is you can upload an external file, an external CSV file that contains all of those people that you want to engage with. So I created the list, I created a new list, I click on that, and now I press add leads, okay? And I will upload the file. I already have the file here, okay? So it tells me I have almost 600 people, and I want to import these leads as well. Okay, so it will start importing. So right now I have a second list. I have my main list, which contains all of my LinkedIn connections. And as you can see, it's still enriching those initial contacts. And now I added another list. This list needs, of course, needs to be enriched. We need to collect all of the information about these people. We can actually no for the second one, because in my case this is a very specific use case I wanted to share with you. For example, this list that I have here, I already know these people are part of my ideal customer profile. This is a vetted list. I already know these people are in my ideal customer profile. So what I will do next, I will select all of them, okay, and I will add them to my watch list. Okay. So in the first case, with the list that contains all of my LinkedIn contacts, I need to make sure first that I only include the people who are a good match of my ideal customer profile. But in the second scenario, I already have that list, and I know that list already includes all of my ideal customer profiles. Okay, so right now I included those people in my watch list. Now I click refresh feed, and I should be able to see, once the platform finishes refreshing, I should be able to see the posts coming only from this list. For the sake of example, I will also show it to you. So here, can you see the list? Can you see the list?
I can see it.
Okay, so here I have 592 contacts. Okay, these are already vetted. All of these people are CMOs. I know they are qualified. What I did was to include all of those 592 people in my custom feed, and once it finishes refreshing, I would be able to see these people. I would be able to see in my feed only the posts coming from these people, considering that they have been posting something in the last 30 days. Okay, and I want to show you one more thing, and then I will stop, because I also want to be able to answer any questions you might have. Another very cool thing that you can do using GTM Brigade is, if you go here in the leads and search section, you can also add leads from, if you paste your LinkedIn company profile, it will scan up to 50 posts. This is the maximum we can scan, and we can extract all of the leads, all of the people who interacted with your content that you published on the company posts that fit your ICP criteria. Another thing that you can do, you can upload a LinkedIn post, and just for the sake of example, I will take, I don't know, I'll take this post. Okay, this is a post from Valentin, and I will post this link here, and I am able to extract all of the leads, all of the people who interacted with this post. That can be my post, it can be a post from the competition, from an influencer, whatever, and it will extract all the people who interacted with the content and are a good match on my ideal customer profile that I've been setting up here on ICP and scoring. Again, this takes a bit of time, because what it does, it scans everything there and extracts all the data. So it won't happen in an instant, but as you can see, we started talking, I don't know, I did this, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 minutes ago, and it's at 410 out of 645. So I will stop here. This is what I wanted to show you